Hello friends, today's interesting topic is on Plumeria tree, also known as Champa tree, which produces beautiful flowers with nice fragrance. We'll also talk on differentiating this plant from its relative Adenium plant. Then about propagation of Plumeria with planting one large cutting for rooting in a large pot. Stay tuned. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do that by clicking on the red subscribe button and also hit the notification bell to receive updates whenever we upload a new video. Plumeria is a genus of flowering plants in the family Apocynaceae. Most species of these plants are deciduous shrubs or small trees. These are mainly grown as ornamental plants in warm regions and produce nice flowers called Champa flowers with a very pleasant fragrance like a scent. It is called by various names like Champa tree in India, chempakam, Kath Golap, aaraliya or the temple tree, and also Japanese frangipani and so on. Plumeria species can be propagated easily by cutting leafless stem tips in spring. Cuttings are allowed to dry at the base before planting them in well-drained soil. Cuttings are particularly susceptible to rot in moist soil. There are more than 300 named varieties of Plumeria like Plumeria rubra, that is with red flowers, Plumeria alba, that is with white flowers, and so on. This plant is very much similar to Adenium, that is desert rose, which also has many varieties like alba and rubra, and also both belong to the same genus of Apocynaceae. The main differences are in appearances, like the Adeniums are large trunked with the bottom resembling a bulb, but as a whole they are small plants with smaller leaves. Adenium root can also be enlarged like tubers. Plumerias are small trunked without any form of elongated tubers, and these plants that can grow big and tall with long leaves and large shapes. Plumeria species have a milky latex that, like many other Apocynaceae plants, which contains poisonous compounds that can irritate the eyes and skin. So coming back to Plumeria propagation, we will start the rooting process of a cutting I brought from this beautiful white larger tree, that is the Champa tree with white flowers. That's Plumeria alba. Alba means white. You are seeing this mud wrapped around the base of the cutting. The person who gave me this cutting thought it would dry up and may not produce result if it's left for drying. But in case of Plumeria, actually we have to dry the rooting area for about 2 days before planting them in the soil. So I am cleaning off this mud and allowing it to dry. Then I'll plant it in the pot. These cuttings are allowed to dry not in direct sunlight, but just under room temperature. We do this because they are more prone to rot with fungus if kept too moist and directly inserted into soil. So the success rate of these Plumeria cuttings is really great, and that's really encouraging for beginners in gardening. So the basic procedure for this and also Adenium is as follows. Firstly, take out all the leaves but do not strip the node off. But why do we do this? The reason is that the cuttings with all the leaves intact may be placing a greater water stress on the shoot, which may not be able to grow the roots easily. Some recommend cutting the leaves to half because it is believed that hormones are released into the stem for rooting if we do this. But again, this is perhaps an hypothesis. Secondly, here we are using the antifungal or rooting hormone, like the one commercially available rooting hormones, or you can use your own organic rooting hormone powder. This organic rooting hormone is nothing but the cinnamon bark powder, which we use in our kitchen recipes as garam masalas. Just Dip the base of the cutting, which needs to be inserted into soil with the rooting hormone powder. Do not directly insert or make hole with the cutting because the rooting powder might just strip off the cutting and mix with the soil. So make a larger hole with another stick or anything wider than your cutting stem, and then carefully insert the cutting into the hole. The depth here is about 6 inches because the cutting here is longer. You can vary this depending on the size of your cutting. Then one more important thing is just pour small amount of water and leave it for at least 2 to 3 days, and then recheck the moisture of the soil and sprinkle some water on if you feel if it is fully dry, because we do not want our cutting to rot due to overwatering. The roots should develop in about 40 to 50 days. I'll share the result in part 2 of this video, friends. Please subscribe to our channel by pressing the subscribe button, and do not forget to hit the notification bell to receive update whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, friends. See you in next video.